where they are in the standings and where you guys are in the standings. We always talk about how this is a lot of parity in this league. How does a team beat another team 9 times in one season?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty impressive when you think about it. You don't really get that opportunity very often, but to especially with as well as this team, on the other side has played and gotten better. It seems every time we played them, and we just kind of found ways to get wins, and it just shows the resilience of our group, and it can get, I guess it can get repetitive, playing the same team over and over again. Teams, find ways to combat your offense and find ways or different ways to try and score goals. But, we're just, finding different ways to win again but give credit to their team. I mean, they're a hard team to play against now. And it seems like every time we've played them, they've gotten better and better. So it's been a close game, and fortunately we got the win.
Obviously, Connor and Leon have feasted on them this year, but they seem to neutralize them a little bit tonight. What did you see from your perspective on how Ottawa attacked that and how they just played overall?
I don't know if they neutralized them. I think they spent the whole night in the offensive zone, but maybe they kept them off the scoreboard. But I think they played with the puck most of the night in the O zone, and it's hard to defend those guys when they're out there together. And our D were involved, and seemed like there was a couple more marathon shifts out there playing the offensive zone. So obviously that's big. You gain momentum that way. But yeah, you're not going to score every night, as those two guys they get so many opportunities. Seems like every game, and it's not going to go in every single night for them. They're top players in this league for a reason, and they get picked on a little bit, but it's not a concern. Obviously, it was big to get Yamo there, big goal at the net, and Shorzy a huge one for us, and find a way to get another big win.
Your mouth and both media.
Mike, some nights you can face 39 shots, and goalie says, a lot from the outside. It did seem like they had an awful lot of shots within 10, 15 feet of you. Did it seem like a very energetic night for Ottawa, and you had to be very sharp?
Yeah, it was a busy game. Like I said, they've improved. It seems like every time we've played them. So I knew on a back-to-back going in, I just needed to make some timely saves in there for a group, and we were able to get that second one and get ahead. But yeah, they were coming at us pretty good tonight, and one thing you got to give them credit for is their work ethic. They work, and if you're not willing to match that going back the other way, they're going to spend some time in your ozone, and they have some dangerous players over there. So I think that being said, we found a way to get the win, and that's kind of been our motto all season long, is just finding ways to get points on any given night and keep moving up in the standings.
And how well did you know Anton Forsberg in his couple of weeks with the Edmonton Oilers before he moved around the league?
Not very well. But I feel for the guy. If moving around to different teams with a family is not an ideal situation, and obviously he's played some good hockey now that he deserves to be in the net and to be in the NHL and be playing games. He's a good enough goalie to be doing that, and it's nice that he finally gets an opportunity to hopefully settle into a spot. I'm sure it's not the easiest thing moving around with kiddos and stuff like that. So I'm happy for him that he's kind of settled in one spot for a little bit here.
Mark Spector, Sportsman.
So, Mike, the Oilers set a record. The franchise has never beaten a team 9 times in the season, and the record goes back to like the early '80s. I'm asking you because you're the only guy on the team that was alive back then. I don't know if you have any appreciation for breaking a record or trying to further a record or whatever from those teams that were back then. They were great teams, right? It's something to beat an Oilers record that was set in '84. They won a cup that year. Any appreciation for kind of making a notch in the record books?
Yeah, I guess one that's been around that long there's something to be said for it. Obviously, you don't play teams that many times during the regular season anymore. But to do it and not give the team a point is pretty impressive, I think, when you think about it. And there's always going to be games when maybe you're not feeling your best, or the other team gets some bounces or whatever it may be. But to get 18 points against one team is obviously pretty impressive.
It's not almost. You think like Ottawa didn't play that bad against you this year. They had some pretty good games. Like there's got to be a loser point in there for them at some point, or a break, or a, you know what I'm saying, a late goal or something. Like hockey's not, I guess, always fair when you're, you know, a young rebuilding team. Is that fair enough?
No, like I said, I mean, like they're a young team that works hard every night, and it's not a team you can come in against and go, oh, we you know, just mail it in. You're going to get 2 points. Like you'll get it shoved right where the sun don't shine pretty quickly. So I think we just did a really good job of understanding where we're kind of at in the season, and not just playing against Ottawa, but I think we want to build something. And it doesn't matter who we're playing. We just want to be building and putting ourselves in the position going to playoffs that we're feeling like we're playing our best hockey. We're doing the things that it takes to, you know, push games along and get important wins. And, you know, fortunately we've done that against Ottawa, and we want to continue to do that against other teams also. But it's been something that we've talked about, that we're not just here to get 2 points and move on. Obviously that's the main goal, but we're building for something bigger than just, you know, another win against an Ottawa Senators team that is a young team, and they're going to be a good team down the stretch. But I think we're building for something more, and that's the most important thing.